Namadingo munamwa chani munadya chani ndaba i confidence yasianako.
Your Excellency, the World Bank says there are 4 elements of governance. There is accountability, there is transparency, there is participation, and I'll let the other one go because I've forgotten it. But Your Excellency, we cannot ask more than that from the government. Accountability and a government that is transparency.
That's right.
A lot of our youths sitting in this room, not everybody, but I know a lot of us, probably we lack a deep sense of ownership of this country. I'm speaking on behalf of a lot of people who are not in this room. Your Excellency, beyond those doors, there are millions of people who are not happy. People who
Intro. Irangiza kuti apa palinkani apa. It was showing it was showing that there is an issue here to be addressed. Just pay attention to this.
Your Excellency, beyond those doors, there are millions of people who are not happy. People who are angry as I speak. And if you ask them, what's the problem? Governance. We have been given an opportunity, now I'm talking to you, my fellow youths, today, to speak to this man. You will not get this opportunity again. So we cannot be in this room and ask petty questions. You must ask what you need to ask, what you know is happening out there. If you don't, we are doomed.
God, give me such kind of courage. Namadingo. Okay, tili bambiri mayusi. Bamene tingafuna vikamba mwamene unavikambira. Koma mantha amatigwira mwandeni. Naye vamvera msogole. Kuti if you do not ask, you are doomed. This one was the one.
Your Excellency, I'm a 34-year-old Malawian man who has no other home other than this one, Malawi.
Absolutely.
Your Excellency, I'll tell you that I'm a man who has mixed emotions. The first emotion, I am confused. The second emotion, I am disappointed. The third emotion, I have hope. Because if we don't have hope, then we're lost. So I'm glad that we're in this room because of hope. However, Your Excellency, I would also want to touch on the issues of politics in this country. When we look at leaders, allow me to quote a line from the Quran. My 2 most favorite books in the world are the Quran and the Bible. And the Quran says about leaders must be able to inspire their followers. If we look at our leaders, the crop of our leaders in parliament, I believe that the youth are probably wanting to go into parliament because it seems like the quickest way one gets to riches.
Nakumalawi ndiye mwamene mumayangalira politics so. Awe nakuno mwandini. Ndiye mwamene wamayionera. Tisapite sowe. Ndiye wamayionera mwandini nakuno. Manja kuno nkasako apa pamene tiyendera. Awe bamangiwa. Bamangiwa. Nakupokewa bambiri katundu bapokewa. Inanga apa pamene tikamba soya monkhalama prison. Ndiye chabe hope yamene iliko. But bambiri nawe bamayona mongati ufuna chibe kulemera fast. Ngungena mu politics. Ndawa bena ngolo ma parliament muja mwandi Namadingo stinga name tikalibo bamvera hapo bakamba vili vonse apart from kwa sida. So very inspiration mwandi. I agree with you.
When we talk about our ministers, our members of parliament, these are people that it is public knowledge that their pay is anything less than 3 million Malawi kwacha. But their lifestyles, the houses they buy, the fleet of cars that they buy, how do they do this? Your guess is as good as mine.
Ivo vamene wakamba Namadingo. Sio uko kweka. Olokuno mwandi nitimadabwa kuti nishiwanzatu bamafola mazingati. Mwandi mama ayenza. Yeka ma heavy ma bigi. Ukati uone mamashon yamene bamanga. We ask ourselves questions. Nishishua mulindalama mu kasera? Nishishua mulindalama maningi mu MP? Nishishua mulindalama maningi mu council chairperson? We ask ourselves such questions as well. So we thought maybe nikuno kweka. That's now uko.
Your Excellency, I will also would like to tell you that every time when I travel out of this country, be it going to America or going to the UK for my music endeavors, there are so many youths that wants visas to run away from Malawi. I cannot be proud to live in a country where every youth that I meet wants to run away.
Awe nakuno mwandi bataba. Ne bambiri bia bamene batisiya apa. Timaonera chabe pa live. Ero manje olo bankale pa live futu upeza kuti nkhani zamene bafununiza kuno. Na chabe matabira ngati bafuna nkhani za kuno sitiziva ni chani. Kasi nawo ko bataba. We have a lot in common.
And Your Excellency, finally, allow me to quote the Bible. In the Bible, in the book of Luke, chapter 7, verse 22, there's a story of a man, John the Baptist. John was in prison and he sent his 2 disciples to have a conversation with Jesus. And in the conversation, they asked Jesus a simple question. Are you the one, or we should wait? And Jesus responded. He said, go and tell John what you've seen. The dead have been risen. The lame can walk. The blind can see. He did not say, I am the one. Your Excellency, if we ask you the same question, are you the one? You should be able to just show and not explain.
You didn't have to. Namadingo. I'm so goledi. Kuchitofaka po sautu pachiro. I don't want to be in the shoes of the president. And he should do just mwandini bama pasa my explanation of my countries mwinangu. Kumankala my explanation mwandini. So nafunse bwede.
And finally, Your Excellency, you've been in office for more than 4 years, and you've never invited us here to have this conversation. I will say from the deepest part of my heart, we should be a people who are courageous and not afraid to ask the right questions in a room like this one, because we will not get this opportunity again. Your Excellency, you're just 6 months away from the general election. You might not be the man who sits in that seat after 6 months. We are having a conversation with you. Inshallah, God willing, if you return to that seat after 6 months, we might benefit because we're discussing with you. But inshallah, God willing, if you don't return, then this gathering is just another show. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Kulivamene unamwa iwe. Kulivamene unamwa. Olo muvo kudya kulivamene unafaka. There is no. We have a lot of youths in Africa, but awe tima pita so tima zita kuzungulwa kuti chichosonga manje iwe kuti po pamene mulungu azikudalisa Namadingo. After those words he will not look at you the same way. And I hope some of you politicians from other countries are watching. Sometimes people just never speak out the truth because they have never had an opportunity to be with you in the same room. And even if they were with you in the same room, you have never allowed them to be so free to speak to you and tell you the truth. That's why they never... Muziba masula bantu mwaba masula kuti masukani. Then you hear the truth. But some of you protect yourselves. You invite people to tell you their problems, but mwamene mujafuti mwaleta masoja, mwaleta makada, mwaleta bata. So when somebody wants to open up, kada ungazinkala chabe naye mwe na dry comedian. Mkazinkala chabe just stick to music. Imwe naye mkazimwa chabe mojo. Yeah. Kukafuzu muka.